So for our number work this morning, what we're going to focus on is odd and even numbers, and then we're going to be doing a little bit of revision on time. But first of all, we're going to start with our odd and even numbers. And as you can see here, I have two little characters. I have odd Toddy, this little girl, and I have even Stephen, this little boy. And today I really want you to try at home what I am doing here. So you could get yourself a page. You can either print out a little picture of a cartoon girl and a boy, or you could actually draw a little girl and a little boy yourself, and then name them Odd Toddy and Even Stephen. Once you have got that completed, then you can decide whatever numbers you want to write around your page or your own little board, or you could just use the numbers that I have here this morning. So I have the numbers 0, 24, 19, 14, 94, 13, 6, 38, 12, 73 and 1. So I want you to be able to read all of those numbers. So I've given you a mixture of numbers from 0 right up to 100. And we are going to see if we can actually give these numbers back to Odd Toddy and Even Stephen, because they've lost all the numbers that belong to them. So for Odd Toddy, she wants us to get back all of the odd numbers. So I have given her a little red bubble. You could give her whatever colour bubble you want. And here I have my red marker. So we're going to go off now around the board, and we're going to see if we can give Odd Toddy back all of her odd numbers. But before we do that, we're going to think between 0 and 10, and we're going to think about our even numbers first of all, and then we're going to think about our odd numbers. So I always tell my boys and girls in my class that when we think of our even numbers, we think in groups of 2. So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. They are our even numbers. Repeat that. They are the even numbers. Let's go back again then. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. They're the little in-between numbers. They are the odd numbers. So it's very important that we always begin between 0 and 10 and get your child to think of, right, what's the even numbers? What are the odd numbers? Because then that will help whenever we increase our numbers beyond 10. So here I have my red marker, and I need to find the odd numbers first of all for Odd Toddy. So let me see. 19 is an odd number because it has 1 10, but it has 9 little ones. And if we look at the number 9, is it odd or is it even? That's right, it is odd. So I'm going to circle this number in red. Now, I'm going to do one more for you, and then I want you to see if you can do the rest yourself. So let's see. 24. Is it odd or even? Okay, well, let me see. 24 is made up of 2 10s and 4 1s. The number 4, is it odd or even? It's even. So this can't be an odd number. It must be an even number. So I can't circle that. I can't give that number back to Odd Tod. Now, once you have explored and found all of the odd numbers and circled them in the colour that belongs to Odd Toddy, Then you're going to go off and you're going to find the even Steven numbers for me, and you're going to circle them in green. And if you get stuck, just use the little trick that I've just showed you. Talk to whoever's at home about how that number is made up. So for example, the number 38 is made up of 3 10s and 8 1s. Is the number 8 even or odd? Well, it's actually even, so 38 must belong to even Steven. So I want you to try that at home, set it up exactly like I have done, and I want you to try and figure out the answers today for yourselves. Okay, so that's your little challenge. So, odds and evens are very important, so hopefully that will help you with that. You can do that activity, you can repeat that activity every day, but you can change the numbers, and that's really good revision and really good practice for your child. So now what I want to do today is I want to go back to Ollie the Owl, and we visited Ollie the Owl a long time ago, and I just want to go back to him today. And the last day we were talking about making o'clock times and half-past times. When you use an analog clock like this, it's very important that beginning you always talk to your child about the hands on this clock. So our long hand, what does our long hand tell us? Have you a little think, and I want you to tell whoever's at home. What does the short hand tell us? Have a little think and tell whoever is at home. Then it's very important that you just sit down with your child and you just point and count all of the numbers on the face of the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So just get them counting, have a little chat about your analog clock. Now, today on Ollie the Owl's tummy, he has an o'clock time. Can you tell whoever's at home what time is on Ollie the Owl's tummy? So Ollie the Owl has the time 3 o'clock. Now I want you to get yourself a little page and a pencil, or you can use a whiteboard, whatever you have at home. And I want you to think of, if Ollie the Owl is showing the time 3 o'clock, can you tell me what time it would be 2 hours after 3 o'clock? So 2 hours after 3 o'clock, what would the new time be? So we're at the number 3, and if it's after, you're going to count on 2 hours. So 1, 2. When you've told your mummy or whoever's at home what time 2 hours after 3 o'clock would be, I want you to actually write that new time on your piece of paper with your number and then o'clock straight after. O'clock. Okay, let's try a different one. Here we have 7 o'clock. Repeat that, 7 o'clock. I want you to write down, have a little think first of all, and then write down, what time would it be 2 hours after 7 o'clock? So you're counting on 2 hours after 7 o'clock. And I want you to write down that time on your piece of paper. So you're counting on 1, 2. Okay, now we're going to get a new time. And it's not going to be an o'clock time, it's going to be a half-past time. So the time on Ollie the Owl's tummy is 2:30. 2:30. You repeat that at home. Now, can you tell me what time it would be 2 hours after 2:30. So I want you to count on 2 hours after 2:30 for me. And then I want you to write down that answer again. And you're writing the new time, 2:30, and then the number. And if you need some help with the spelling, 2:30 or o'clock, you just ask somebody at home. But give it a good try yourself. Okay? Now I'm going to give you a new 2:30 time. So this 2:30 time is 4:30. Repeat that at home, 4:30. I want you to think 2 hours before 4:30. So you're not jumping forward, you're jumping back. So you're jumping back up your clock. So it's 4:30, but we're thinking about 2 hours that came before 4:30. So jump back. 1, 2. What is the new time going to be? You have a little try at home, have a little think, and I want you to write that answer down for me on your page. Okay? What is our new 2:30 time? So that's something that you could spend 5 minutes on, or you could spend a whole afternoon doing. It is a little bit tricky to begin with, but it's very important that when talking about time, we know our times that come before and our times that come after. Okay, so hopefully that was of some help to you this morning.